first was announced, I heard from SAIC alumni and military government leaders around the world. They've all said, hey, you've joined the national asset, and I'm learning why that is so here at SAIC.
So, for those who don't know what SAIC is, what it does, and with all due respect, I know there's a lot you can't tell us that you do. What do you do?
Look, SAIC for over 50 years, SAIC has used some deep scientific, engineering, technical expertise that they've gained with all of our military services, across our commands, across the intelligence community, and parts of our civilian government. And we basically integrate, think of ourselves as a mission integrator. So we think about emerging technology, which was just the topic that you were just discussing, these emerging technologies in data, edge computing, AI, multi-level security. We are the group that helps the military and all other forms of national security organization integrate that in a very open architecture so that you can plug and play from many different types of products and software and innovation that are being created and drive the mission outcome rapidly, real time, at the core.
And what does the strong financial performance in the quarter and the stock performance say? What does that tell you, or should it tell us, about the strength of demand there?
Well, look, it speaks to a couple things. If I can just initially say that as an organization, we beat our call 11 quarters in a row. So some of this is around the momentum happening in this company as we are, if you will, getting more and more refined in our differentiation and capability, as well as our ability to drive sustainable growth. On the demand side of the equation for our customers, absolutely, we see the growth as they're looking to integrate more and more commercial technology from providers from all sectors. They need integrators that can make that happen in a secure way in very complex real-time mission space. And so we see growth across our entire footprint, including our national defense work, and we believe that growth is going to continue.
I want to ask you an odd question. Well, maybe it's not so odd. From where do you recruit your talent, and are you having a hard time finding talent?
You know, it's been a great year on talent acquisition here at SAIC. We are over all of our targets in terms of the number of individuals we brought in to the organization, how we're retaining our talent. We've been beating our expectations quarter over quarter in that regard as well. But there is absolutely a war on talent. We are looking for computer scientists, of course, data scientists, engineers, those who understand evolving and emerging technologies around digital engineering and cloud computing. We go to the same types of talent at universities across the different parts of the market to gain that talent. But we also have a unique flavor. We are looking for individuals that want to be front at the mission, meaning they want to be integrating into very real mission environments, not necessarily academic, esoteric innovation, but true applied innovation at a mission level in some of the most important missions that this country has.
That's interesting. It's kind of reassuring as well, but I'm also surprised the stock has done so well and that your demand has been so consistent when we've been through a year of multiple potential government shutdowns and debt ceilings and all the rest of it. How does that affect your billings process or their customer acquisition process when there are sometimes giant question marks around budgets, not only next year, but maybe next week?
No, it's a fair question. We're tracking this all the time. We've obviously, you're aware that the budget environment as well as the labor market are all super sensitive in this part of the world relative to what's happening in our macro factors. We've had a phenomenal year in being able to both attract talent, to drive on-contract growth in the contracts that we have. We've had some uplift in some of the ramps on different contracts that we've won early in the year. All of that's been contributing to our favorable performance. And quite frankly, we're getting demand signals based on unique differentiators in our portfolio that we think will carry us into the next few years.
What do, for lack of a better word, crises like the one in Ukraine and like the one in Gaza, what does that do to your business and the kinds of demands that are placed on it, the kind of requests that are made to it? What does it change for you?
Well, I can say uniquely relative to the two recent crises that you mentioned, we haven't seen a direct correlation in terms of a shift in our business demand and supply metrics. However, as we are 2/3 Department of Defense and and intel sector versus our third and our civilian business. And look, as a sector, the sector obviously responds to initial threat anytime the threat level increases. The demand shifts, and particularly the demand for integrating technology in the information space, IT, decision support, artificial intelligence, all of that demand goes up, and that's where we happen to be positioned across the DoD and intel communities particularly.
Well, Ms. Towns-Whitley, thank you very much, and congratulations on your new appointment. Continued good luck. And if I inadvertently said Whitney when I first introduced you, I apologize. It is Whitley. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
I was going to ask who's done better, her or her college roommate, but I'm not mistaken.